This is a time when many people are trying to find their path, a true path. And it's not always easy to know which one is the right path to take. Sometimes the path is not clear at all, and we have to then follow our intuition and our heart. And then at other times, the path is more clear in front of us. It's definitely never going to be a path where we're following a big crowd. Maybe one day the crowd will also find the path. But I'm afraid that time is still quite far away. This is a very ancient path I'm walking on right now, and in many ways the true path we are seeking is a very ancient one, because there's been many teachers over the ages who have been speaking about love and healing and growing and forgiveness and our true purpose. Sometimes it certainly feels that we are looking for a path most of our life, but that is, I guess, a human concept, a human perspective, because in truth every experience is valuable. Even if we choose a very materialistic and maybe ego-based path for some time, then maybe that will show us that that is not truly what we are longing for. That is not truly what will fulfill us from a heart and soul, spirit perspective. Sometimes it's easy to get confused between the mind and the heart. When we see something and we go, yeah, this is great and this is fantastic and wow, and then that is not coming from our heart. Then that is our mind, and often it is what we would like to see, whether it's in a relationship or in a new project or whatever. I've found that anything which really comes from my heart and my soul is very, very subtle. It's just a very calm recognition, if you like, a calm sense of this feels good, this feels right. We don't have to look at all the ifs and buts, all the consequences, whether this is possible or not possible. If something feels right in our heart, then that's just the next step on our path. Sometimes we can get obviously lost on our path. Maybe we give up hope. We are being disillusioned by something we thought was there, but in the end maybe isn't there. Our mind is very powerful. On some level we always want things just to be pleasant and smooth and happy. But that's not really why we're here. We're here to experience a whole spectrum of ups and downs, of experiences, of emotions, of exploration, of discoveries. And hopefully over time we come closer to the truth in ourselves. We come closer to who we truly are. I am that I am, as best as I can in the moment. And sometimes maybe what we have not healed from the past leads to us reacting to a person who comes to us or a situation. And that's okay, as long as we take responsibility for what is in us. In my 20s, I studied many different practices and healing modalities, but I never really found anything which I wanted to embrace 100%, whether it was religious or spiritual. And I always believed that the true path must come from our own heart and spirit and soul. Nobody can tell us what that path is. We are here to find out for ourselves. It was after the age of 40. I've done a 40-day fast after my separation, and I guess I was walking through the valley of death in many ways, doing a lot of my own healing and reflection, realizing that until I was 40 I was really following more or less the path of my father, being successful, being a good father, being a good partner. And I had never really asked myself, well, who am I really? And what is my true work? Why am I really here? And of course it's important to be a good father and a good partner. But I guess on a soul level, I was longing and feeling that I'm here to do different work than being successful in the business world. And so it was after this 40-day fast that I wrote a first book, which was over 300 pages. I realized later on the book was really largely for myself, to understand things better, to reflect on different aspects of my life and other people's life. And it took another 10 years longer that finally, together with my partner Jamie, we created this book here called Sacred Journey. I really wanted to write a very simple book, because I feel there is lots of teachings out there, lots of scriptures, lots of teachers quoting scriptures, quoting, the master's teachings from 2,000 years ago, 1,200 years ago. And often the scriptures are very complicated. I believe that the true wisdom and the real truth is very simple. And so over a period of 10 years, somehow this book has been created, and it's 99 pages with not very much text, some paintings of myself and photographs. And the idea of the book is really to work with the book. The book takes people on a journey from looking at life from a human point of view, where things are negative or positive, black and white, to a soul perspective. So what is a heart and soul perspective? As we heal and grow, which is a journey over many years, we start to see more and more that everything happens for a reason. Every encounter, every experience, we co-create, we co-attract based on what is in us. It's either an opportunity to share the love which is in us, which we can feel, which we are, based on what we have healed and the positive experiences we've had in this life. Or if it's a negative experience, it brings out an aspect in us which longs to still be looked at, to be understood, to be felt, and to heal, to be transformed. Okay, I'm just going to actually open a page in this book, and it's part of the section called Sacred Messages of Our Life. And normally the book is structured that on the left is a situation, something we can experience or live, and on the right side is more a soul and heart interpretation or suggestion what we can do about it. So this page says that what we have not healed in our heart and life, we continue to attract, or we can try to avoid, like a bad experience in a relationship, for example. And in order to attract and share more loving relationships, we must feel and heal what is in our own heart and life. So as we do heal and feel more love, then what comes to us is a reflection of that. Some very ancient souls may choose very challenging lives for themselves, maybe in war zones or in other challenging areas, to allow other souls, younger souls, to have an opportunity to feel compassion. And so it's certainly not that every soul which is in a difficult situation has a lot of negative karma. I don't believe karma is punishment. Karma is simply a collection of experiences over many, many lifetimes. And whatever we long to complete, or where we long to go deeper, then our soul being, our energy, will attract those situations. And we have the opportunity to walk a path which allows us those experiences. The more we become aware of the perfection of all, where basically there's a path for every aspect of what we long for. Maybe young souls will choose more mind-based, ego-based paths, to be successful, to be beautiful, to be rich. And again, those are valuable experiences, but certainly that is not the end of the path. That might be just the very, very beginning of the path over many, many lifetimes. We're all in the same boat, we're all the same situation. Everybody, whether we're poor or rich, whether we're unhealthy or healthy, we have a chance to do this most important work in ourselves, to heal, to grow. And so this book, Sacred Journey, is like a path, or like a guide to many paths, if you like. A simple guide which can help us to do this work. Maybe when sometimes we're stuck, we can just open one page and see how does this reflect to where I'm at the moment. Maybe difficult in a relationship or at work, with family. And so, so the book is available on Amazon. You can also go to our website, www.dreamturtle.com, and there's a link there to order a book. The book can be read from the beginning to the end. It is not, doesn't take very long, but moreover it can serve as an intuitive support. So you again, you have a problem, you ask Spirit, God, your soul, your higher being, to guide you what is important for me at the moment, to help me on my path, or to help me find my path again. For example, this is a photograph which Jamie has taken in a grandmother's garden of a rose with beautiful dew drops. And the text says, the golden key to feeling the truth in our heart and life is the gentle energy of our sacred sadness. Sacred sadness is very subtle. I always say, if you have only 15 minutes to live, what would you be sad about? Something you haven't said, something you haven't done, to do with a key person in your life, something you haven't forgiven yourself. So this sacred sadness is really a doorway to our heart, to feeling the truth in our heart, and to do the work in our heart. And so the book very much talks about this as well. So that's it from me at the moment. Please have a look at the website dreamturtle.com. There is some excerpt pages of the book, Sacred Journey. Please watch some other videos on YouTube /dreamturtle88. And yeah, write to us if you'd like to do some work with us, or just say hello. We look forward to hearing from you. Lots of love. Until next time.